It's over. It is over. The tweet that we were all kind of waiting for has just been released.
What? Wait, it's come out now.
Released. We are going to be bringing it up right this second. Chelsea and Enzo Maresca agree to part company with immediate effect. It's over. Official statement to follow, but all done after tension growing the last 24 to 48. Chelsea will now start working on a new manager appointment. Generally, where do we start? What do we say? I was wanting to come onto this live and speak before he'd even been sacked, even though it was coming. I wanted to speak about the build up towards the sacking, and it's like we've not even been able to do that because now we've just had the announcement right here, which confirms Enzo Maresca is gone. It's over. Sacked. Whether it's mutual agreement, whether it's being sacked by the sporting directors, it don't really fucking matter. Let's be serious. It don't matter. Enzo Maresca is gone. A season and a year, let's say, a full season and a half, and we find ourselves back at square one again. No manager under this ownership being able to get past 2 seasons under this ownership. Again. And what are they going to do now? Well, listen, we've got lots to talk on. There's over 50 people in here right now. Make sure that you guys are hitting them likes. Get the likes up. Run it up. I am in disbelief. I'm in a certain amount of annoyance. There's so many things. There's so many things that we need to talk about in regards to this situation. And we really need to try and break this down to understand why we feel it is where it is, as much based on what we see. But big up everyone that's in the chat right now. Please, like I said, please keep smashing the likes and everything else. First day of 2026, Matt, ends with our manager being sacked. The first day of the year, our manager being either sacked or walking away from the job. How do you feel? Before I get into what I need to say, how are you? Happy New Year to everyone, of course, here and everyone, and Matt and everyone as well. But how do you feel about this news, mate?
Am I shocked? No, especially after the momentum last night. I couldn't quite believe what I was reading last night. I knew it was bad, but when the momentum was happening, I said, I think it's already done. I think it's just more they're just getting all the information now. Shame on everyone involved, really, at the moment, from the top to the sporting directors. This is all on them. And they thought that they were getting noise from the Chelsea fans before. You wait now. You are going to get some very loud noises coming from the Chelsea fans, not just the number of fans. I think there's going to be continuous protests now happening, and this is all it's all in their making. Maresca was really going down with the sinking ship. The ship was plateauing. The squad was plateauing. And I just feel he probably got to a point. He thought, you know what? I can't keep getting scrutinised for issues which I keep trying to raise. He probably got made promises as well, knowing how these sporting directors have been. They probably get certain promises, he didn't get them, and he's gone, fuck this. And you know what's even worse now? They'll say it's a sacking, but it'll be him resigning. It won't be mutual at all. He would have said, I'm not doing this anymore. No, even if they say it's mutual, I wouldn't believe that. But I'm going to let you rant on with what you want to say, but I'm sure it's going to be the same as everyone.
Please carry on, mate. Please carry on. While I'm just quickly doing something. Please carry on. I mean, give us your feelings on this.
Sounds odd. Is it okay, or is it all good?
No, you're fine, mate. You're fine.
Yeah, I mean, I was speaking to a lot of people on Discord last night, and we were just. I think we all just couldn't believe what was happening, and obviously I went on Cons Live as well, and we were listening on there, and so many people making sense. But I think it's very obvious who's the next applicant for the position. I think it's very clearly Rossignol. I think it's going to be no one else. They're going to say now's our time to put our plan into practice of having our sister club being the training, and then you going then to being in the getting your actual job. So you get your work experience at being at Strasbourg, earn your badges, and then coming into Chelsea. And the thing is, I actually feel for Rossignol because I'm sure he's a lovely guy, works hard, and I think he's going to have his name tarnished because obviously we don't want him, and I don't think that's fair, and it's not on him at all. But I just think really now with levels and how they are, I think we're in massive trouble, and I think it's times which I think a lot of us fans, whether we're early 30s like me and Jem or slightly younger, we've never been in this situation before, and I think we are potentially going into a Potter era again.
Yeah, I mean, I see DiMarzio's tweet. People were saying about DiMarzio and his tweet. Check DiMarzio's tweet. He confirmed that Maresca informed the club he wants to leave. Yeah, we're just waiting to hear a bit more. Club statement should be coming very shortly after the back of this. It doesn't usually take long on the back of these kind of announcements from the media for the club to come out and make a statement. So we'll keep an eye out on that one. It's a good decision. Maresca's never been good. Sure. Your opinion. We just developed a manager and let him leave. Yeah.
Oh, it's the clear lane model, isn't it? We develop players, let them go. Develop a manager and let them go. It's just
then this whole Rosner thing, right, is really getting under my skin. It makes no fucking sense. Why are we going to get Rosner, right, when the guy's 7 points off Champions League position at Strasbourg, right? He's the manager of Strasbourg, which means you're removing him from your own fucking. It's a sister company, but you're removing him from a sister company club that they've bought and putting him in there, which means they're still going to have to find someone to take over at Strasbourg, which means you're going to ruin and tarnish Strasbourg because of the sake of the shit that we've got going on at Chelsea and the way it's run, right? So all of what they've been doing this year under this manager is going to be pulled because of them, because they just, potentially decide now, Enzo Maresca wants to leave and he wants to go or whatever. And, we're now going to bring in, a manager that they probably think's good enough to come in and fucking, lead or steer the way. Orny. Let's go have a quick look at Orny.
Yeah. You can show. I was going to read it, but share on your screen is probably so everyone can see it as well.
Let's go on. It'll take 2 seconds to get it. Here we go, guys. Here we go. David Ornstein says Chelsea and Enzo Maresca part company. Head coach leaves with immediate effect. Position deemed untenable. Chelsea expect to name replacement from small number of candidates in the next few days. Rosner contender Glasner not in the frame.
Well, that's probably because there's no way of trying to get him out of Palace at this time. Palace would not allow him to go at this point in the season. They've just signed a few players. I think they've got that player from Tottenham coming in for like 35 million. So they're trying to keep him by trying to probably buy him players. So I'm telling you, it's going one way. It's going one way, and we're all going to hate it. But it's going to be Rossignol. This is their moment.
What really pisses me off, I think it's time for me to go on my run. I think it's time for me to start talking some fucking sense, because this football club is fucking backwards, right? What I don't understand with all of this is the view of where we're going or what we're trying to do, right? They have this image about bringing in young players and bringing in these young, inexperienced managers and giving them both the time to work together to build them up to a certain level, right? Every time we have got a manager under this fucking ownership, they've not lasted longer than 2 seasons, right? This, and I keep stating, is not progression. You getting rid of Enzo Maresca or Enzo Maresca allowing Enzo Maresca to leave for whatever situations that they didn't, they couldn't agree on or see eye to eye is fucking ridiculous, right? It's absolutely ridiculous because number one, we are still in all competitions. Number two, a lot can still change before the end of this season, right? Yeah, he could find himself in a better position in the Premier League. We might have won a trophy under him. We can't judge this season based on, whether this is a good or a bad season under Maresca. Yes, it's been a little bit shit of recent and we've not had a good fucking Christmas, right? But now we find ourselves in a position. Fab tweet. Everyone's stopping me from talking to talk about fucking Fab tweet. 1 second. I'll come back to it in a second. Fab tweet 1 minute ago. Chelsea will appoint a new manager very soon. Not going to take weeks or a long time. The club is now working on it. Liam Rosner highly rated internally after excellent job at Strasbourg, as he's among contenders. Decision to be made in days, won't take long. It's just killing my head. First fucking day of 2026, having to deal with this. But going back to what I was saying, right? You want to bring in these managers and give them time. You don't give them time, right? We're looking at as a fan base and a club for progression. How can you progress when you're not giving managers no longer than 2 years, right? You're giving them an unbalanced squad. You wasted £250 million in a fucking window where only one player was good out of all of the players that we had at this club, right? So you keep giving them unbalanced fucking players, right? Irrelevant to the 20% that might be Maresca's fault, right? The majority of the situation falls down to this board because they're the ones that have been given, nearly. This is the fourth window, summer window we're going to be going into under these lot, right? The full fucking window, summer window. The 3 windows that we've had before have not been good at. Club statement's been dropped. I can't even because things are just every time I try and go to Iran, I'm getting fucking plugged. Club statement. Where is it? Where? I can't see it. I'm on the website now.
Oh, it's just awful.
Honestly, I'm going to finish what I've got to say. I'm going to get to it. I need to see this fucking club statement. 1 second. There ain't no club statement. Where? On the app. If it's on the app, it should be on the website as well, right? Why is it not on the app? Why is it not on Twitter? I usually put the statement on Twitter. I'm on their site now. I want to see what they've said.
Last thing they posted was Happy New Year 12 hours ago.
I'm going into the app now. I'll piss off. Where? I can't see it. Am I blind? There's no club statement. Guys, check Daily. Jay Daily posted it. Daily's posted it. Daily. Why wouldn't Daily just come up? There's like only one CFC Daily here. Do you know what I mean?
No, I did down account at Daily Mail.
Oh, there we go. Is that it? Club statement, Chelsea Football Club and head coach Enzo Maresca have parted company. Is that it?
I hope there's more than that.
Is that all they've said? Is that all they've said? Is that all they can give us? You look at the notification right now. What did Daily say before that as well? There's more.
Oh, okay. Surprising, I don't know on Twitter yet.
With a key objective still to play for across 4 competitions, including qualification and Champions League, Enzo and the club believe a change gives the team the best chance of getting the season back on track. We wish Enzo the best for the future. What? With key objectives still to play for across 4 competitions, including qualification for Champions League football, Enzo and the club believe a change gives the team the best chance of getting the season back on track. Huh? What? Big up Stephen in the building. What? There's no way in hell Enzo Maresca sat there and gone, yeah, I want to leave because I think if I leave, Chelsea will be on a better track without me. What the fuck are you talking about, man? What is this fucking bullshit?
He left on his own accord. He went, I can't fucking deal with you guys.
What is this bullshit, man? What a stupid shit statement. We wish you the best, Enzo, for the future. This was going to go back to what I was about to say when I was about to go on my rant. And they've just said it there in their own club statement, right? They've mentioned that we're still in 4 competitions. Yes. And that goes back to what I'm about to say. We are still in 4 competitions. So why are we getting rid of a manager who could potentially turn this around? Could maybe win a trophy or 2. We're in the semi-finals against Arsenal. We're still in the Champions League. Fucking all right, the Premier League's not great, but there's an opportunity there that we can still walk out with Champions League football and still, have, maybe a potential trophy, a potential trophy as well. He's comments, Gems. Whose? He's comments. Gem, bro. It's kind of like PRBS. What's he talking about, G2? And this is why I want to. This is the main reason he's been sacked. The comments he made. Oh, right, the comment he made in the brief you're talking about that happened a little while ago. Relevant to it, right? I'm going to get back to my point with this bullshit. Is it even on the website yet? I still can't see it. Fucking hell! This is how backwards this club is, man. They release things. Oh, there we go. We got it. I've got it. Mate, I am so fucking revved up. I just want to get out what I need to say. It's coming. But I also want to keep up to speed with everything that's being said here. No, Club statement. Chelsea and the head coach Enzo Maresca have parted company. During his time at the club, Enzo led the team to success in the UEFA Conference League and the FIFA Club World Cup. Those achievements will remain an important part of the club's recent history, and we thank him for the contributions. With key objectives still to play for across 4 competitions, including qualification for Champions League football, Enzo and the club believe a change gives the team the best chance of getting the season back on track. We wish Enzo well for the future.
Wonder if there'll be a big reaction in January now. Probably not. Anyways,
generally, how are we gonna it really wrecks my brain, right? It will divide opinions. Indy's saying at 12:30 he's got some bullshit news to give us now on top of this.
Probably say Maresca's about to get sacked or something.
Thanks, stupid. But anyway, my point being is this, guys. How are we meant to progress with any fucking inexperienced manager if every 2 seasons, before 2 seasons, we're deciding to get rid of them? How are we meant to build up any continuity? How are we meant to do anything? If you're going to do the whole route of sacking managers with 2 years, 2 years is the bracket for them to do what they need to do, then go and get yourself a proper fucking manager, experienced manager that's won things, back the guy in the fucking summer and let him go and win stuff. Old Chelsea, right? What did the old Chelsea used to do? The same fucking thing, yeah? They used to back these managers for a season or 2, then get rid of them, but they used to bring success to this fucking club, right? What we're doing is bringing hardly any success, yeah? Because all we're doing is bringing all these young players in, unbalanced players that are not good enough for this fucking team, yeah? Some inexperienced, some actually good as well, don't get me wrong, yeah? And then, on the back of Enzo Maresca having what I would call a decent season, a very good season last year, 2 trophies and Champions League, you're then turning around this season, and after having a blip through Christmas, which was a shit blip, don't get me wrong, we're back to square one again. How are we progressing forward? How have we gone from where we were last season to where we are now? And I know we haven't finished this season still, but my point is under this manager, because under this manager, how do you judge progression? You can't, because every time you sack a manager, we go 2 steps backwards. Because guess what? We're going to have to give that manager time now. He's going to need time. And when people like rivals are asking us, oh, are you going to win it this year? Oh, are you going to challenge us here? All we're sitting there doing is going, no, we're just brought in another manager and we're going to give him, at least a season because he deserves it. And he's going to be inexperienced. So, we're just going to have to wait. And then what? 5 seasons, 6 seasons, 7 seasons, 8 seasons, 9 seasons. We're all sitting there still going, we're going to give him time. It's fucking bullshit, is what it is. We can't keep holding on to time. We're going into a 4th summer window. We've got 2 more windows, in my opinion, when we should really be challenging for titles. And we're not going down that route because we're making stupid decisions. Because we're not backing the managers. We're not bringing in the players they need. We're not giving the managers the time. We're just letting them walk. Yeah, and now we find ourselves back to where we are again, which is fucking prime, back to, 2 steps backwards. And it's like whoever comes in and takes this job really has to look at how things have gone at the moment at Chelsea and really think, fuck me, no one's lasted longer than 2 seasons here. What is it? It's a joke. And then you're going to sit here and tell me, oh, but if we bring Rosner here, yeah, and this is what they're probably thinking, let's bring Rosner and we'll put another temp guy over at Strasbourg and he would do well with Strasbourg Yeah, and then we'll go from there. They haven't got no real ambition. They haven't really got a direct understanding of what type of manager they need to run their fucking club and run the project that they require or they visualize for this next 5-10 years. They haven't, because all they keep doing is this same bullshit, where they just keep getting rid of fucking managers and they don't realize it, but it keeps fucking us up. And then they've got the cheek to put out a statement here and say, we're in all 4 competitions and we think this is the best opportunity, the best thing to do for us to try and be competitive still in it. Have you looked at our squad, dickheads? Yeah? Have you looked at what we got? Yeah? It doesn't matter who you bring in, whether you pull them blood dry, you bring in an experienced manager. What happens next season? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Just cut off for a second.
What happens next season? Yeah, when maybe they have a good season, like Enzo Maresca did. Yeah, and then we have a little bit of a blip. What are we going to do? We're going to go back down this fucking bullshit route again. This is not how you run a successful club.
Well, I don't think that will happen though, Jim, because the problem is, I think what they've learned now is they cannot have a manager who is going to speak up. And I think what's going to happen now, which has made it even worse, is that we all thought at the start that Maresca was potentially a yes man, because we're like, oh, he's not got a backbone. As soon as he started speaking up a bit, all of a sudden it just completely turned. So now what they're going to do is, that's why I truly believe that Rossini is going to be the next manager, because he's under that Strasbourg model. He understands how they all work, and he goes, no, I'll do whatever you say. Because the thing is, for Rossini as well, it's a fucking lottery for them to get Chelsea job. He was at Hull. He was at Hull City. And I know that's the same with, Maresca. He had Leicester City, but he won it with them. And he had obviously experience of being at Man City before. For Rossini, this is like going to be the biggest opportunity of his life. Do you think he's ever going to speak up? Of course he's not. He's going to be so fucking quiet because he won't want to let them get angry, because he'll know he'll get gone as well. Sorry, mate, carry on.
No, go on, mate. Cool.
No. Yeah, I think a lot of people are saying Sky Carver's coming up quite a little bit. So,
yeah, we'll go through it now, Jim. Look, all right, let's go through it. I am going to read it, but I've still got loads to go on about. I'll be honest with you. This is going to be where was the super chat as well? Power chat.
Mike. Yeah, thanks, Mike.
Big up, Mike. Says, please all tweet no to Rosnar. I've been banned. Everyone, if you don't want Rosnar, you know what to do. Retweet is what we got there. Big up, Mike. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for the super chat as well, supporting the channel. Sky Cavas says here, Enzo Maresca has left Chelsea. Both Maresca and Chelsea agree now is the best time for him to go. Like Liam Rosner is one of a handful of candidates who will be considered as a replacement. Chelsea expect to announce a new head coach in matters of days. They will make a permanent appointment, and they have been vetting a small number of candidates on Chelsea's side. The decision to split with Maresca was a unanimous board decision. Sorry, one second. On the Chelsea side, the decision to split with Maresca was a unanimous board decision. No one is bigger than the club. The main reason behind Maresca leaving from Chelsea's perspective. So they've all sat there and they've all agreed that this is the right thing to do. This is the right thing to do. Sack the manager. Yeah, he's not bigger than us. He said no when we wanted him to say yes, and because he said no, he needs to go. Yeah, this fucking retards. Yeah, and now they say results. Chelsea have won only 1 in 7 league games. They have lost 20 points from winning positions this season in the Premier League and Champions League. Yeah, we have. Don't get me wrong. Parts of it you can blame on Maresca. Yeah, part of it you can blame on the players. Yeah, but guess what? We spent 250 million in the summer after you should have given him a squad that was better and more qualified to be able to deal with these moments. Yeah, but you didn't. You came out with your internal solution fucking bullshit. Yeah, you didn't give him no centre backs. Yeah, after we knew Colwell wasn't available. Yeah, you spent 90 million on 2 wingers that could just about play football this moment in time. Yeah, so like you know, you can sit there and moan about 20 fucking points. Do you know what I mean? But what do you expect? Yes, the beautiful game. How are you, man? Good to see you. Ben Jacobs saying City and Maresca have already held talks. I'm not shocked. Nor am I. So then we go on to disagreements. Disagreements about return to play protocols for players after injury. Chelsea have an independent medical department who have the final say on when players can return and how much they can play. The Chelsea head coach will never be allowed to overrule their decisions. Huh? Disagree about return.
Who'd that be aimed at though? Palmer? Fofana?
Well, either way, I think he's managed it quite well. So that's just bullshit to me.
Just before we carry on, there was a tweet from Steinberg. Maresca said his goodbyes on Thursday morning.
Links with other clubs appearing in the media, which are distractions, especially when the club's results are not good enough. That's not his fucking fault when people are asking him questions, is it? Maresca refused to hold the post-match news conference on Tuesday night after the Bournemouth game. There is a sense that Maresca's wounds are self-inflicted and he talks himself out the job. Maresca was involved in all decisions to sign players during his time at the club. Oh, there it is. There it is. Maresca was involved in all decisions to sign players during his time at the club.
So it's his fault for the players that he's brought in. Then okay, he's probably got told, "Here's your pool of players. Which ones out of those do you want? Little bit shit, or okay?" Of course.
Do you guys in the chat really believe that? Do you really believe that? It's just bullshit, mate. It's absolute bullshit, right? And then it goes on to say the accusations that the accusations that Chelsea Football Club leadership team hold on immediate post-match debriefs in the dressing room after every game is seen inside the club as an urban myth. Win, lose or draw, they go in to show support for the players. The technical staff are the ones who conduct a full review in the days after the game. Maresca's being linked with Man City. Blah, 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 blah.
To be honest, probably him not turning up to the press conference, that's not a great look. That's probably an agent-driven decision to make them go, look, like Maresca's probably gone, and he's probably gone to his agent saying, look, it's fucking unattainable anymore. I can't do this anymore. And he's gone, right, we're going to sort this out. We're going to get you out of that club. And I think they've probably gone, right, you're not doing this. You're not doing the press conference. Let's just get this sorted.
Sorry, Matt. I'm going to make you laugh. Over 100 people in the building. Hit the chats. Indy Bomber's on its way. Are you ready? Go on, Indy. Jose Mourinho wants to return as Chelsea manager and is ready to step in if asked. He sees Chelsea as his true love.
I'll see you later. I'll see you later.
Might not be mutual. They want a modern day manager.
I can't take it.
This is quality. This is absolutely quality, Matt. This please, like this tweet right here is beautiful from Indy. Absolutely beautiful. Indy is comedy, man. He is comedy. Absolute comedy.
That Chelsea might not be mutual. Of course, like it's such a bogus tweet. Jose would love to always be, and he's Mr. Chelsea, of course he is, but it's such like a hypothetical tweet. That's not an exclude. He's just a fucking idiot.
Like, where are we fucking going as a club? Generally, where are we? Where are we going? What is the path? You're in your fourth summer window coming up, and I've said I will give him 4 to 5. The first 3, I gave him a pass. Others didn't give him a pass. Others saw through it and said, they're not going to change. This is where it is. But the first 3 seasons, I said I'll give them the opportunity to sort the team out, do what they need to do, switch it around, whatever the fuck they're going to do. Yeah, I gave them that because we were in the trenches. We'd been gutted. We were like, we were starting from the bottom, basically. Let's just say. Now, Danny says Ornstein tweet. Right. Now we find ourselves 3 seasons in. Fucking, let me have a look. Now we signed 3 seasons in, and it's fucking bullshit. Enzo Maresca informed Chelsea twice in late October and mid-December after post-Everton comments he was talking to people associated with Man City about the Man City manager position. If / when the vacancy arises, Chelsea contracts oblige 45-year-old to do so.
Huh? Oh, so what they're saying is that his contract allowed him to potentially talk to City. I mean, that in itself is probably a compliment to the manager to allow him to do what he needs to stay at the club. If you've got the likes of City sniffing around him, because you know what will happen, he'll go to City and he'll absolutely fucking shine because you'll have the budget behind him and the owners who are driven for success, and they'll work in synergy together. He's a perfect Pep replacement. and it's gonna slap him straight in the face. And they didn't like the fact that he came out with that when that tweet came out about Orney's exclusive as well. They weren't prepared for it, and I think that's very evident. They weren't prepared for that. They probably knew that he was maybe talking, but then all of a sudden to be having that shortlisted, I don't think they were prepared, and they did not like that at all, because they are trying to control the narrative throughout through all these briefs, whether it's players or whether it's internal affairs, things like that. As soon as it went against them, they didn't like it. It's a control thing, and that's where it is slowly turning into a dictatorship. They want control. They want to ensure that everyone is just a yes man. Everyone just does what they're told, and that's why I do believe sometimes that I think the sporting directors are idiots, but I do believe that a lot of the time, yes, they make naive decisions, but I think overall it's clear like you're the ones approving and telling them what to do.
Read Ben Jacobs' tweet. I don't know what's going on with this man. It just keeps disappearing. Ben Jacobs. Honestly, I just
farcical.
Man City and Enzo Maresca have held some talks already. This came as a surprise to many within the Chelsea hierarchy, with some feeling the Italian was distracted. Here we go. It's starting already, isn't it? It's all Enzo Maresca's fault. He left. He just all of a sudden decided that he had to leave Chelsea, mate.
The whole decision, right? It's like if you're in a relationship, right, and your partner is doing everything wrong, and you're saying, "Look, I need this from you. I need that from you. I need commitment." Blah blah blah, and then they're not giving it to you, and you're going, "Right, well, if that's the case, I'm going to find something else better elsewhere." I don't know what's going. I don't know what's going on, and that's what's happened, and they don't like it. They're almost like a controlling person in a relationship. But they cannot face the fact that someone they can do better than them, and without kind of really giving them much to fight for either. It's just a shambles. But are we surprised? No, we're not surprised at all. And that's what I think is so frustrating about this whole thing. It's not surprising about what's happened. We're not surprised about the briefs coming out now, probably trying to villainize Maresca. And the irony is, we can all read through it. There is no one out there who thinks, actually, do you know, oh, how dare he go behind our back? Do you know what? Fair play to him, because to be fair, the establishment that Chelsea have created is fucking awful. So why wouldn't he want to go back to Man City, where he is trusted with passionate owners who are driving for success? It's nonsensical, and they don't like it.
And this is what success supposedly looks like under Maresca. This is what we gave him. This is what we gave him in terms of names, individuals, signs at Chelsea, tossing Kellyman, Esteval, Kellyman again. I know why he's in there twice. Guiu, Drewsbury, Vega, Caleb, Jorgensen, Anselmino, Pedro Neto, João Felix, Penders, Sancho, Delap, Esugu, Gittins, Hato, João Pedro, Paez, Saab, fucking Bootiel. Like,
but now what's going to be interesting, I want to know from you, how many of them are Brighton and how many of them are connected to Joe Shields?
How many of them connected to Joe Shields?
Man City, that.
Two.
There's a lot. Essentially, there's a lot, I would say. And then the rest of them are just small marketing opportunities to make money. Yeah. There's nothing in there, barring, let's say, Esteval from that.
Yeah. Chelsea spent 600 million on signings for Enzo Maresca during his time at the club, signing 22 players in just 2 years. Toby, yeah? We signed 22 players in 2 years. Look at that fucking list. Look at that fucking list.
600 million.
We spent 600 million on this, guys. Look at the names. Look at it. Look at the names we've signed. Some of them are young and talented, cool, yeah. But look like generally, like this ball, these owners, these fucking, they're really killing me. They really are.
Which one was it? Sorry, I'm doing a bit of it now. This is interesting, though. It's going to start creating rifts within the camps. I mean, you're probably thinking of the likes of Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo, Cucurella, Palmer. you're probably thinking, what the fuck have you signed up for here?
Just had another tweet come out just now, and it's about Alex Crook saying Chelsea have a small shortlist of managers to replace, which includes Rosner. Says Fabregas is not on the list. There's no one else on the fucking list. There's anyone else. We're not going to go and get another fucking manager when we've got one sitting there who's perfect for them, that they already know. They're going to take him from a club that he should stay at and work from, and they're going to put him in the fucking. You're going to put him in the job at Chelsea, which is disgusting. Which is disgusting because poor old fucking Rosner is not ready for Chelsea. He ain't ready for this. He's just about trying to get on with what he's doing at Strasbourg. 7 points off Champions League in the French league, doing conference and whatever. Why the fuck are we going to bring Rosner over to Chelsea? What are we going to achieve from that? Why would you put him in the limelight? Why would you even put that pressure on him? Why? Why are we doing this? I don't understand it. Fucking Ben Jacobs has just messaged me as well. So what he's saying?
Is he?
Yeah.
I mean, chat obviously is 66 for you here, but are you worried about players now within our squad who would be questioning this, especially likes of Palmer, Enzo Fernandez, Cucurella, Caicedo? You know, are you worried about them now potentially questioning? Because what I thought of today is I was like, oh, the board would really hate it if a likes of Palmer or something left. But to me, all this is, it's another chapter within their project to go, actually, yes, let's see how this does work now. Say, for instance, we do buy one of these superstars for cheap and sell them on. It's a great portfolio story. So I don't think they're even scared if something like that even happens to them. They'll just go, actually, do you know what? It will work. Cole Palmer signed for 30, 45 million, went to such a club, probably back to City or something for 100 million. We made this amount of profit within this amount of seasons because of us and what we did. We gave him that opportunity. I'm massively concerned by it. What are you saying here, Louis? Sorry, the Chelsea zone. So what are you saying? Yes, the likes of Fernandez, Caicedo, Palmer, and Cucurella. Yeah. Louis, you're saying, I hope they request to leave. Egg Barley's project needs to fail for him to piss off. Unfortunately, I think in their eyes, though, for the project, for them to sell, they will need to have made such losses, or they probably get to a point that they go, do you know what? We've made enough profit here. Let's just clean shop, strip the assets out of the club, and then sell for an extra billion on profit on the actual sale. So
there's no progression, guys. Progression. We're sitting here trying to give them the time. Yeah. We're sitting here trying to give them the time to make something and show us, before we put the pressure on them. But guess what now? They're at a point now where the pressure's on because they're going into the 4th and 5th window. Fans are not going to keep sitting back while you're sacking managers, and for us sit there and go, oh, we'll give you another 4 years. Oh, the manager's new. We've got to give him at least a season. No. If you're good, honestly, I don't trust this board or this ownership to even make the right decision, right? But if they are now in that mode where it's like, and we're going to see, it doesn't look like it because it looks like we're going to get Rosner. If they're really serious, they will go and sign a Xavi, for example, from Barcelona who's left. They'll find someone that has the experience that, I don't know what's going on with this screen today, bro. I really don't know what's going on. It just keeps cutting off. Are they going to go and find someone that's going to have, take that added pressure, but also support and back them so that we can go and win? And then if we sack them after a season or two, it will just give you the same feeling as we did under Roman, the same bullshit. But when we're doing what we're doing now and we're not winning and we're regressing, there's only so much you can keep just inviting these inexperienced, managers and sacking them to the point where the fans will be like, this is not Chelsea. This is not Chelsea. And it's not. This is not my club. This is not our standards. We shouldn't be sitting here 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fucking. We're nearly 10 years without a domestic trophy.
Well, I think
this is not
Chelsea. That's the thing.
We've got 4th or 5th window, 2 more windows. We're nearly done 5 windows of these motherfuckers. Yeah, and you're going to say, oh, let's just bring another manager in. Oh, sack him. Let's bring another manager in. Oh, sack him. Let's bring another. What are they doing? What are they doing? And then you sack him, yeah, who was inexperienced, yeah, that was building up to become a name as a manager under Chelsea because he was going down that route as a technician, a man that could problem solve, a man that was good against the bigger teams, like we saw in Enzo Maresca. And you're going to sack him off to go and get your fucking 7th or 8th placed manager at Strasbourg, who's nowhere near ready to come in and manage Chelsea. And then your statement says, we think this is the best thing for Chelsea because we're still in the 4 competitions. Now, what are you fucking talking about? How is it better bringing in a manager that has no clue with these players? Players ain't even played with this new coach that's going to come through the door. Like, how are we better off? We're going into 9 games this month. 9. One of them's a semi-final. And we're going in it without a manager. I know we're going to have one, but they've got a fucking mountain to climb because they've been thrown into the deep end. They're not even being given time to make things, to try and at least adapt whatever it is that they're going to want to try and do with these players.
But I think you were right though, Jim, with what you said earlier. Though you said like, if it is whoever comes in, regardless of who it is, whether it's Jorginho or other candidates, they're going to have to now embed themselves in again, and then it's then going to be another year to try and get everything. Okay, he's only been in the job a year, whatever, and then okay, right, and then it gets to the 18 months. We're going to get to December again, and the same thing's going to happen. It's just the same cycle, and I think to me, all they're doing is just kicking the can down the road to carry on the process. Their process is going to stay the same, but the narrative
Why is it sackable offences? Why is it sackable offences, G2? Why?
Yeah, I was going to.
Why? Are you okay with this? Is this what you wanted? Did you want him to go? I don't understand why you think they're sackable offences. Well, him sitting there and saying how he feels about something, yeah, without fully saying it in a press conference, isn't a bad thing. Are you telling me they're that much of a bitch, yeah, that they really just want their managers to be robots? Because that's what we're saying then. Yeah.
1 win in 7 is sackable offence, but then GT in the grand scheme of things, though, with the quality of the squad and what he's been given, do you really, yes, it's a poor run, and yes, he's made decisions wrong, but we all know that it's not really his fault. It's the doing of a couple of years of trying to build the squad for him. So GT, so are you happy for him to have been sacked?
The point is, you're saying him talking with City is, even if he went to City at the end of the season because Pep left, you still would have kept him for the season and let him see what he's going to do and how he gets on. Things can change very quickly. He might have won some trophies again and got us in a position and been like, I want to stay. Like we're on the momentum. Chelsea are showing, loyal to me. They're backing me. Every fucker talks to someone, man. Let's be serious. Yeah, like people don't talk to people. Of course they do.
Well, the other thing is, it's a right for the club to talk to a load of other managers whilst the manager's still in tenure, though. So he's got every right to do it. I think he's got every right to do this. And look, we all hate this because he's probably going to be very successful wherever he's going to go. But do we blame him for doing this and getting linked to Man City? No.
Okay, cool. Listen, this is your opinion. And listen, there's lots of you, and there's lots of people that feel like this. I know Carlito's doing cartwheels right now because he's gone. Yeah. Fine. I'm not saying that that you have to back him blindly if you don't want to back him. But I just don't understand the timing of the sacking. I don't care about the 1 in 7 GT because that 1 in 7 will be a little fucking memory when come March if we find ourselves back in form again. And everyone will be going, oh, fuck me, look at us. We've won 6-7 in a row. We're in Champions League position. That could have happened, right? Let's be serious. Because last season, we were all sitting here with our last 6-7 games going, we ain't getting Champions League football. We're fucked. And he got us Champions League football with Neto playing as our striker because Jackson was out. Like, he found solutions. He found ways to actually get the best out of what we had in the moment. My point being is the timing of the sacking does not help this club progress. Progression is what I keep saying to you guys. It's the progression issue. Do you know what I mean? It's the progression issue that pisses me off. Because us bringing in another manager now, what difference is it going to make? This manager comes in, and we've got 9 matches in January, right? Whoever the fuck comes through the door, say we get knocked out in the semi-final against Arsenal, say we win 1 or 2 games, and the rest of them we draw and lose. Then what are we going to say? Oh, well, he's new. He deserves time. It's no fucking different, is it? This is my point. The timing of what you're doing doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I don't mind you not wanting him here. That's your choice. I understand. I'm not arguing that. No, that's not my argument. What I just don't understand is why we've gone and done this now when we're in 4 competitions still. And now you're going to throw it in onto the lap of a manager who's going to come in and go, right, who's going to be inexperienced, not played, probably managed in the fucking Premier League, and get him to go straight into it fucking full swing. You know, without any training, without this, you know, like it's shit. The only way you get around this is by signing an experienced manager who's won things, who can come in, and it doesn't matter about where or whatever, because he's got the CV, he's got the pedigree, you know, he knows what he's going to do from start, you know, and he will set us up how he sets us up, whether we like it or not, whether it's a 3 at the back, whether it's a fucking 5 at the back, and he'll just play his system, because that's what they do, these better managers. And then what these better managers then do is they just try and squeeze every little best, the best they can squeeze out of the players that they've got, right? And like we saw with Tuchel, when we won the Champions League, he done the same fucking thing. Got given a bunch of, not say a bunch of bad players, because there were still some good players in there, a team that was a little bit discombobulated, and he made it work. But this is because we went down that route. We can't go down this route now, because I don't trust these owners and these sporting directors to go and do that. They're just going to go and sign someone who's not struggling, but trying to build something at Strasbourg, and is completely not ready to come into a club like Chelsea. It's the standards. It's the standards. That's the problem. Southgate to Chelsea. Yeah, why not? That's what it's going to feel like, isn't it? Like, it's the whole timing of it. Read my previous comment. All you people who wanted Maresca sacked, they knew Rosner was this replacement, so don't want to see GT complaining. There you go. Cool. You all want it sacked, but guess what? Like GT said, 1 in 7, cool. Not really great, right? Yeah. But it doesn't matter what manager you bring through this door with these players, mate. We're still going to have this. You think Garnacho and fucking Gittins are going to turn into Messi? Now, all of a sudden. You think fucking our defence is going to stop staring at balls when they get thrown in the box and let it go over their heads and let them score? None of this bullshit's changing. Doesn't matter what manager you've got in there. This squad is unbalanced. I've been saying it for ages. It's not, the defense is not there. The attack is not there. We're not really set up well enough to really do well domestically. Anyway, so us bringing in whoever the fuck we're going to bring in, it doesn't matter. It really don't. We might get an experienced one, and he might be able to make the best out of what we have and find some momentum and fucking manager bounce and all that bullshit. Yeah, that can happen. But guess what? The overarching fact stands for me. What we have isn't good enough. So whoever comes in has got a mountain to climb. And they're going to back him in January, whoever they bring in. Oh, so you're the manager from the 1st of January. You've got a month on the transfer window. Who do you want? Of course they're not. Of course they're not. They're not going to sign a fucking player. They can't anyway because of the restrictions. Right? Like, yeah. I don't get it. I don't get the timing of it. That's what's pissing me off more, Matt, is the timing of it. Like, the timing of it.
It obviously was just unattainable, mate. That's the problem. It's probably got to such a point that Maresca was just like, I'm not gonna manage. And I do believe, those comments which were said about this 48-hour thing, that probably was, Jorge Mendes coming out doing that. And I think it's probably got to a point that Maresca's like, I need a way out, but I don't know how to get out. And I think it's just become unattainable. But for them to say, like you said at the start, we've got 4 competitions, but now is the time to do it. Great. So Rossini's going to come in, be an absolute deer in headlights, trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Well, let's be honest, we've got some larger personalities in the club too. He will have no idea what to do. Do you really think the likes of Cole Palmer, Enzo Fernandez are going to look at Rossini and go, you're the man who's going to lead us to win things? No.
And then this is where the next problem comes, Matt, right? Because you put on a good point there. What happens when Cole Palmer sits here and starts giving up on even being here and looking at fucking going back to Man City or Real Madrid knock on the door or Barcelona. I'm just saying, then what happens? And then Caicedo's looking there, sitting there and looking and going,
my theory behind that is that I think this is just the next chapter in their model. That what happens if a superstar does go somewhere else? How much profit can we make? And they won't bat an eyelid to just actually proceed with the sale. It's not like, the likes of Palmer and stuff. I guarantee he won't be here if it carries on like this. I could see links getting to next summer with him leaving. But I think what it is with Clear Lake, they'll go, oh, here's an opportunity for us to actually see how our model works. We brought the superstar in or a player in for 30 million. He's become a superstar within our model. How much profit can we make on him? And that's what I think is going to happen next. So we would all love to think that Cole Palmer's going to go in and then they're going to go, oh no, Cole he's coming to our office. We've got to change our model. It's never going to happen. It's just never going to happen. So they are going to, I believe that's what they're going to do. What's happening?
Exclusive. Wasserman is a sports marketing and talent manager company based in Los Angeles. Their representatives have met Chelsea FC officials for preliminary talks, we understand. Wasser represents Liam Rosner, who is the head coach of League One Strasbourg. Cool story, Indy. So the fact that we're sitting here talking about Rosner kills me.
What GT was saying though, and I understand, like I think you were saying when, if you weren't happy with the manager and his performances, I get that. But GT, if you were happy for him to get sacked, who would you have wanted now in this situation? That's what I would like to ask. And that's for everyone else as well who is Maresca out. Not necessarily being happy with the decision, but who would you want in now? Because we're in a situation now that you've got what you wanted because of the performances are not good enough. Who would you want now?
So sad. That was just only last season, by the way.
What we did with the bogus squad we had. And that like the potential was there. And Pies said this, and it sent shivers down my spine when he said this. Getting top 4 and winning the Club World Cup gave them the opportunity to go, this model is working. And for us fans, yes, it was great when we won these trophies, especially the Club World Cup, and we had a fantastic summer. But it gave them the opportunity to go, our model's working with the dog's bollocks. And I think that's the worry. We should have kicked on, and we all know that. We all should have kicked on from this, but then we went, and we just started plateauing and going lower down.
Mate, honestly, I'm done with this season. I don't.
It's done already now. This is done. I mean, Champions League.
Done with the season. I'm not even going to moan about players. Nothing. I'm just going to, whoever comes in, I'm not even going to be annoyed at them because they've been put in this position. It's not them. It's the people above. Whoever gets dragged in that's inexperienced, that hasn't played at the level or the standard, of managing a Premier League club like fucking Chelsea. This is not Fulham or, fucking Leeds or, no offence, this is Chelsea coming from a club that's mid-table to a club like Chelsea, and just like, do you know what I mean? Midway through, it's just crazy. It's just I can't get my head around it. So I hope they come in, and I hope they fucking absolutely smash it. I always do. I don't. Whoever it is that comes in, I will always want us to do well. But I am telling you now, the timing of doing this is shit. The only way I would be okay with Enzo Maresca being sacked is if we were about to bring in someone which is outside of our original model. Outside of our original model, guys. Yeah, so yes, you could talk about Xavi. Yes, you can talk about Alonso. Fabregas, I don't think Fabregas is ready yet, to be quite honest with you guys. Personally, I haven't watched enough of it, but I don't think that's another one that comes in. But I'm talking about people that are experienced enough to come in and just go, Nangelsmann, someone mentioned as well, Do you think we do anything in January now or not? No.
Not now. I mean, it was a slim chance for under Maresca anyways, but now, absolutely not.
So Tuchel, right, had a falling out and was sacked within 3 months, under this ownership. Poch hit the director's objective for the season. They had a falling out, and then they sacked him, and it was a mutual termination, Maresca hit club's objectives and won a major trophy, had a falling out, got sacked. This is a joke. This is a fucking joke. How many times are we going to keep falling out and getting sacked? Generally. Like,
But what it's doing as well, Jem, and we all know this, it's actually really turning managers to even get, if they get approached, they're going to go, "You joking? Do you think I'm going to go to your establishment with how you treat your managers? Absolutely no chance." So you're going to just get a pool of managers who have ambition, but it's a lottery ticket to be at Chelsea. And unfortunately, and that's not only the manager, that's even the players we're signing now as well. No one wanted Garnacho. His attitude
oh
stinks.
my
Fucking
God.
shit.
Diego
Well,
Simeone. Fuck it now.
yeah.
Is that who you want? That's what you want. You want terrorist football. Yeah? You want terrorist football, GT. Diego Simeone. Let me ask every single one of you in the chat right now. Who do you want to come in? If it could be anyone, forget this fucking shitboard. Tell me the one manager that you would love to come in now, based on that. I want to know. Please tell me. I want to know everyone's thoughts in the chat. I actually think that
It has to be fresh. It doesn't. It's not ex-managers, so we can't say like too short. It has to just be fresh.
I actually think the only reason Maresca wasn't on it this season was because of the summer. It was back. That's true. I hear that as well. It was, if he was back, I guarantee he would be there where Villa are right now. Yeah, I hear you. Diego Simeone's Vile, Super Frank, Cesc or Xavi, Enrique, Flick. Fucking, did you watch Flick? Jesus Christ, we destroyed him. We'd have the highest line in the world. We'd be conceding 20 goals a game. My number one would be Mourinho, return. Fucking hell.
I think what's crazy with this whole thing with Maresca as well is he seemed to somewhat fit the model as well, and he was progressing players. And I think this is what's so frustrating about the whole thing is that he fit the model. Obviously, the links with City, Joe Shields, the connection between their academies, being in their academy as their managers. So it should have all worked. And I can see where they kind of were going from. I'm not saying I agree with it, but I can't see any of the managers people are saying now either wanting to even come to the club, but secondly, would even do anything with us with what our current structure is. I just don't know. I mean, De Zerbi car crash, I think out of those, it seems a logical decision if you're trying to put a rocket up the players' arses, but that won't last until probably a season and a half maximum. He'll probably get to December and then piss off the owners and then have to sack him.
No way in hell we're going to get Xavi, I'm telling you. We're just not. We are just going to go and get the most inexperienced manager and go, are you going to be a good boy? I don't want you to answer back to me. Okay? Yeah, you saw what happened with the last three managers. We just want someone that can come in, we will give you the players, and you do what you're told. You just get the best out of them. You don't talk shit about us in medias. Yeah, and yeah, are you going to be a good boy?
Basically. Well, especially now, mate, they will put yellow tape, red tape around every single thing now because they've realised that a manager's slightly spoken out of turn and they don't like it. So they are literally going to say, you can't do this, you can't do that. You thought it was bad before in season 1 under Maresca being a yes man. It is going to be like, honestly, it's going to be, I don't know, it's just going to be awful. It's just going to be sickening watching press conferences and what he's probably the people are going to say. Oh, I don't know. It's just going to be terrible.
Yeah, and I mean, Liam Rosner is the favourite to be the next coach. I'm reading already.
Well, it's mental how it seems to always. It's just one. We're really only hearing one name, which we all pretty much knew anyways. But
Chelsea are actively working on an interim head coach. The club's long-term target remains Unai Emery.
What? Who said that? We're just picking names out of anywhere.
Someone I'm not even going to say. Aaron
at all.
Aaron. I can't believe I even read it, but guess who it was? Who? Aaron Romero. This guy's a fraud anyway. He said Chelsea's long-term target is Unai Emery. Yeah, fuck off, man.
Like he's going to leave us. Like he's going to leave Aston Villa with the control he's got within that club. Like he's never going to leave there.
We're going to get an interim as well. You can't. The problem is with interims, right? Is you can't actually sign a decent manager. You can't actually sign a decent manager. So you're telling me, it's like getting a supply teacher, right? You get someone that comes in that's just going to steady the boat, right, for the next couple of months. We've done it with Frank Lampard when he came in and he managed. So who's going to be that person that comes in and steadies the boat for the next 3, 4, 5 months or whatever we've got left.
Well, under
I
Clear
don't
Lake,
think there's many.
under
Who?
Clear Lake, they've been through 7 managers, including interims. 7 managers.
Fab and Jacobs have literally said there's no interim. Okay, cool. So this is going to be a serious JT. I mean, you'd get the passion, wouldn't you?
He denied Oxford. If he's going to go through the managerial route, you would go lower league first and build up. It's a huge.
Oriola might be the only one who might work somewhat in selling buy model.
Not seeing how he's played.
I'd love JT to be an assistant. Klopp. People saying Klopp. I don't see Klopp going to Chelsea. I do not see it. Generally. That would be funny though. Because that goes completely out of their project, right? You look at someone like Klopp, Jose, Diego Simeone, these type of people. I know people keep saying bring me Felipe Luis as well. Doing well. I haven't watched lots of him, but doing well, right? A lot of people saying Felipe Luis. I could see, to be honest. Clown Light don't have a front of shirt sponsor, and the fans expect Clown Light to hire a proper manager. It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. You're spot on, Steve.
Right again, isn't it? Because you know what will happen now? We were waiting for a highest bidder because we won the Club World Cup. That's gone very quiet now. And all of a sudden, we're going to go for probably lower ones again. I'm not surprised we're going to get sponsored by bloody Durex at this point.
Told Robert De Zerbi isn't currently one of the candidates. Kieran Gill.
Well, I don't think he's getting out of Marseille anyways at this point of the season.
Just for anyone that's a Robert De Zerbi fan. There you go. Oh, I don't know why he keeps doing that. I have to look into this. You're dreaming if you want Klopp, Zidane, Mourinho. This is the only type of manager we should be getting, he said. Because you can't be bringing in inexperienced managers when we've still got all this football to play. For what? What could you possibly give them as a target for this rest of the season? Just get us Champions League football. That's all we're going to ask from you. Get us Champions League, please. And then when you get to the summer, we're going to get rid of like 10 players. But when we get rid of the 10 players, they're going to have to be like 21. And we're going to go and buy them. And then we're going to give them to you. And you're going to get the potential, okay? Like, you're going to get the best out of them. That's what you do. Like, fucking spastics, man.
So,
like,
Modern had a good one as well. So he's actually asking us about who we would go for. But I saw this from Caleb as well, being interim, but he's unfortunately gone to Porto. So yeah, it's all right. Now, Jem, Mr. Sporting Director and Owner, who would you bring? Who's your solution then? Who are we bringing?
I'll just club with Maresca. Fuck this.
But say, for instance, now he's gone. We've got to now. You've got to, obviously he has. But who would you go for?
I don't know. I really don't. I'm so done with man. Honestly, I don't care who comes through the door now. I do care, but I don't, because I'm not expecting anything marvelous anyway. If I was in control and I had to bring someone in specifically, if I was going to go stick to the route of having someone that's a little bit inexperienced but has raw potential like we have with Maresca, I'd go with Felipe Luis. Outside of him, and if I was going for experience, someone to come in and like give us like that go, like, you're going to be competing. We need to get some, we want to win a trophy this year at the end of the season, and we want to finish Champions League. If we need someone for the go, I would probably say, I wouldn't say Jose, guys. I don't know. Between probably someone like and it won't happen, a Klopp, Zidane, these type of managers, Xavi, these three.
Yeah. So if I'm thinking more of a Clear Lake head, and I'm like, right, out of what we've got, I would say Glasner, just purely because of the experience in the Prem, and that's all. And that's not what I want, but I'm thinking that's what they would potentially go for, is someone like that who has somewhat transformed Palace, let's say, into quite a difficult team, and they seem to beat the big teams as well. So that's my thought process behind that. If it was me, though, I would be looking at like a Xavi, someone like a Philip Luis, that sort of caliber. But yeah, but it says it all, right? I think the managers we want are very unrealistic of what we're going to be able to get, and I think the pool of managers that they are potentially linked with, they're so poor that we can't even think about them. Brother Hyland saying the worst 48-hour comments from Maresca was to do with the medical advice he was receiving over how many minutes certain players returning from injury could play.
Kieran Gill says here, looking for the next head coach who plays a similar style and system, which would be ideal for players during the transition. Strasbourg's Liam Rosner is one of the handful of contenders. Why do they just keep mentioning one name? Do you know what I mean? It's just so obvious, isn't it? Like,
yeah,
it genuinely is just so obvious.
Where do you think Maresca's going to go from here, do you think now? What do you think he's going to do? Do you think he's going to wait?
I think he's going to have a break, and I think he's going to wait to the summer, and then he's going to get bid, and he's going to be back managing. That's what I think. Almost choked on my drink when I heard Glasner.
Yeah, sorry, Louis. I just don't know who else we can get out there.
There aren't any coach out there, by the way. There just isn't. This is what I'm saying, Hammond. I just don't. But there is coaches, don't get me wrong, but I just don't get the timing. I keep saying it, and I will keep saying it. I don't understand the timing of what we've done here. It's not like we're out of all competitions by Christmas, like doom and gloom. Yes, we've lost 7. What was it? 1 point in 7 games or something stupid.
1 win in 7.
Yeah, 1 point in 7 shit. Like, generally, that's bad. Like, there's no escaping that. But the thing is with the whole Maresca thing is that he's given you and shown you that he can make things happen. He's won things. He did what he did at the end of last season. And, I just feel like the timing of taking him out of the situation and obviously getting rid of him was just wrong, because you would have wanted him to at least seen out the summer window, at least seen out the rest of the season, relevant to the losses, because the losses are bad, but things can change so quickly. This league is so tight from like where we are all the way down to 15th and above, that after 2-3 games, we could be like 3rd and 2nd if we actually found some run, like momentum. So just like flopping him out because of one part of it being because of losing games is stupid. Like, it really is. Guys, keep liking if you can as well, please. Run up the likes.
Yeah, 63 of you here, so
yeah,
it's 50.
I don't know who Francesco Ferrari is. The Porto head coach could be considered, although it would cost a region of 30 million to activate his buyout clause.
I don't think that's going to happen then.
Mate, he was checked out and talking to City. Let's move on. Cool. I don't like the timing of it. I don't like the whole fact that we've come to this agreement. I think if we were clever, we would have got him till summer. And then if he was going to go in the summer anyway, at least you would have had him. Do you know what I mean? All the way till then.
I just wonder, though, if Clearlake were the ones to say, look, we want you until summer. And maybe Maresca just said, look, I just can't do this anymore.
Yeah, I just don't look at Maresca as one to want to walk out, though. I just don't. I don't think he's one that's like, he doesn't look like to me the guy that sits there and goes, yeah, no, I've had enough now, guys. I'll pass you the keys. See you later. Goodbye.
Unless it's just that it's that bad and they behave that bad. It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, it's weird that they've come out saying, oh, we never normally go into after the games and tell them what to do. But they are the sort to do that. I mean, it's just like inexcusable, that sort of stuff. As a manager or even a footballer, imagine that owners kind of coming in and trying to tell you how to do your tactics and play football. It's unheard of. So yeah,
the City News has
that though, mate.
The City News to all come out now, though. Does it not shock you that much? Well, of course it will, because they've got to find ways to make him look bad, right? That's what happens with media. He got asked the same question in a press conference about Man City, and he was like, don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I know he has to say that anyway, but still, he's just like, why are we talking about Man City? Do you know what I mean? Like, the spin is just, the narrative is just ridiculous. He wouldn't have talked to City if he was happy where he was, if he spoke to him. His agent might have spoke to him. Doesn't mean he did. Do you know what I mean? Like, what's going on at City for the future?
All the time, though, right? I mean, Jamie, you must think, like, this happens probably with players, managers, all the time they get approached.
How you doing, Dreamer, man? Hope you're good. Are you upset? That's from Ornstein. No, bro. Yeah. It's either you listen to Ornstein or you take it from the horse's mouth, and the horse's mouth says that it's all just speculation. That's what he said in the fucking press conference. at the time. It's so crazy. It's so I don't know. I am so deflated. I really am. I really hope that whoever comes in somehow in a miracle just is good and does really well. But I honestly, I don't know. I really don't know.
Well, I think you got it in one at the beginning of the stream, though, mate. When you were talking, you were saying about whoever comes in, they're going to need X amount of time, and that's all they want. They just want to get given time so that they can just keep progressing with their portfolio. That's all they want.
It.
To do.
Yeah.
And you said it from the start. And that's my concern now. Is regardless who comes in, it just goes in a cycle that they get to a certain point. The manager's then like, "Hang on, I've done all this for you. You've not done your promise. Right, you're off. Let's start again. Right, let's just start, and then we can just go back up again." And then just get their portfolio, sell the people, and then carry on. So I think you got it in one at the beginning about it. It's just going to kick the can down the road, and we'll just keep going, hoping for top 4.
Well, Chelsea's 5 options to replace Enzo. Well, apparently Glasner's on the list, but I don't believe that. We've been told Glasner's not on the list, haven't we? Who said that? I can't remember earlier. Rosner, Areola, Cesc, Xavi, Glasner. Rosner should be last out of that list. Let's be serious.
I don't like how he's always there to start with, but he's always first. Which
like generally, out of all of their managers, if this was true, out of all of their managers that are available, right, he would be last. Would everyone agree? But we're going to make him first. This makes it even worse, right? This is what pisses me off again and gets me angry, right? Because we put in names like Xavi and fucking Glasner and all these guys here that are decent managers. And then you've got Rosner, who's a decent manager. Just let him do what he's doing. He ain't ready. Yeah. And you're mixing him with these managers. Yeah. And what do? We get fucking Rosner, the one that's inexperienced and is just doing his thing and whatever, you know, like we just like, it's fucking bored. I swear. Like generally, I don't know if anyone saw my tweet. I'm going to my page quickly.
Yeah, that's a good tweet.
Like generally, like where was it?
At least you had a good time last night, mate. Good.
They've deleted it, bruv.
What do you mean?
I had a good night last night.
What do you mean they deleted it?
No. It's there. Because I had a flag up. Apparently, it was getting reported as well.
So would they be able to report this?
Yeah, they're reporting all of us. They're reporting everyone that says anything bad about fucking Chelsea. Look what happened to Mike earlier. They took him off Twitter.
What?
They took him off Twitter, yeah, because he was tagging egg barley.
Mike is a wrong, and to be fair, Jack, I love you, Mike. But no, that's mental. That is crazy. Sorry, mate, carry on.
There's another Chelsea manager heading out, and the vicious cycle continues. Same chaos, different name. Instead of progression, it's 2 step backwards, regression on repeat. I don't trust the board or these sporting directors to make the right decision. We cannot keep asking for time as we go into a 4th summer window, still nowhere near closing the domestic gap. Chelsea standards are being eroded. Find them, fix the club, stop the excuses. Generally, like that is how I feel. That is how I feel about it.
If anyone's not retweeted that, retweet it. We need the message to get sent as much as possible, so it takes them longer to bloody trying to ban everyone.
Honestly, just get it out. Get it out, retweet it, fucking share this.
Mike threatened to kill.
Oh, he threatened to kill him.
Well, that's bad. You don't do that.
Like,
but now for like to us fans, I mean, it was a tough task anyways going to City without Caicedo. Those poor fans are now going to have to travel to City. It's going to be a horrendous atmosphere for them. The players aren't going to play well. But I do wonder what we're going to do next as fans, to be honest. I don't know what we can do. I know we did protest slightly last year and it was kind of loosely done, but I just don't know what we can do as fans to try and get our message across. I mean, if they're trying to report tweets for spitting facts, let's be honest, well, they can't do that when we go, if match-going fans go.
No, it's just
Mike didn't say that. So Mike didn't say that. Let's just clarify. Mike didn't say that at all. So wouldn't think you'd say that, Mike.
Honestly, do we? And this is the problem with it. You can go and sack people and do what you're doing, right? But generally, deep down, right, and this is the problem why we're all frustrated and sitting here, right, is the fact that we all know that the people in charge are not competent enough to make the right decisions for this football club. They have shown us time after time that they can't fucking, they can't make right decisions. They can't make the decisions that are correct to allow us to progress. We've seen more regression under these owners than we have progression. True, right? So how can we trust this ownership to make a wild situation like this happen, to then go and rectify it and make it right? How can we know that the next person that comes through the door is going to give us pure progression because we just trust our ownership? We don't. That's the problem. We don't trust the people making the decisions. That's the problem. That's the biggest problem in all of this. Yeah, they will go and get someone else in, and he won't be good enough, and he will get cooked by the Chelsea fans. People will be slagging him off, calling him all the names in the world. But the truth lies, the truth of the matter lies that he shouldn't have been there in the first place, if it's a Rosner, for example. Yeah. And he's being thrown under the bus. Yeah. And that the board are just continuously making the wrong decisions, the wrong things that are making us go backwards. It's about going forwards, not backwards, man.
But I think this is why all of us were holding on to Maresca as much as possible, because I think we all knew that if Maresca does go, and even there was points maybe last season where we were like, look, he needs to go. I think we were all very much concerned about who we were going to replace him with. So then after that, we were then like, right, we need to support him as much as possible because we don't want anyone else to come in who the board are going to pick. And likewise with the sporting directors as well, regardless, even if they go, they'll just, you cut off one head, two more will appear sort of thing. It would just be the same cycle over and over again with them. So regardless of if the sporting directors go, they'll just bring in two new people to fill in that space to then carry on with the model. So,
yeah, I mean, Carlito's just messaging me. He's just banging on about Maresca doing all of the baddest things in the world.
He's of course he's going to say that though, but you just got to kind of be a bit more of an adult about it and think actually a clearer picture that, look, yes, it's not right that if he has done that behind our back or, Chelsea's back, but at the same time, do you blame him? No, because let's be honest, as the ownership treats him, no.
I think I just said, and I keep saying it to him, I said, cool. I said, are you confident that this board is going to make the right decision to progress us as a football club? Yes or no? That's all I care about. Because you can make decisions.
As you responded.
You can make hard decisions in businesses, right? Where we all might not like it. But if you know that they're going to bring someone in that's better and we're better off, people will understand and back it. The problem is, it's the opposite. Do you know what I mean? The problem is it's the opposite. It's that we can't back them and go, oh, okay, we're annoyed about it, but we know that they're going to try and bring in, or they're going to bring in someone that may actually be better or whatever. No, we don't. Because they don't fucking know what they're doing. So how can we trust a bunch of fucking board members that don't know what they're doing at this current moment in time? We've had Tuchel, we've had Potter, we've had Maresca. Who else have we had? Am I missing someone else? Did we not have Lampard at one point?
Yep.
In all of this,
we had the Brighton interim as well.
The Brighton interim.
So it's been 7 managers. It's been 7 overall.
What are we doing?
So modern playmaker, I'd say, are we loyal to Chelsea or Maresca? No one is bigger than the club. The problem is that we can't trust the club anymore. They're not loyal to us. That's the issue. Of course we're loyal to Chelsea. Chelsea above everyone. Of course we know that. But unfortunately, the Chelsea we know, loved and trusted and we are loyal to is not that club anymore. They're not loyal to us. They don't care about us. We are just a pound sign to them. There is nothing about them that is loyal. So that's why we question everything. And that's why we're, in my eyes, I'm defending Maresca here because I feel that he had a winless battle. Yes, I know he was maybe given Delap, given Gittins. He was set up to fail. He asked for a centre-back. Colwell's injured, our starting centre-back. He was pleading on Sky Sports for a centre-back. Didn't get it. Just deal with what you've got. It's... Well, Simon Johnson... I thought you said Simon Jordan there, because Simon Jordan, he'll just always protect owners. He won't ever say anything bad about, ownerships.
Of course he won't. Yeah, he's retweeted the comments about, of course they are. This is what happens all the time. And do you know what also happens is that people that the fans that don't like a person or a manager feed off this because it's like, yeah, see, this is why we got rid of him. Yeah, it's the right thing to do. Yeah. Enzo Maresca informs Chelsea twice in late October and mid-December after post-Everton comments. He was talking to people associated with Man City about Man City manager position if and when vacancy arises. Do we like it? No. Does it sound good? No. Let's be serious. It doesn't sound good. I don't like it to a degree. It's not right. But
do you know
go
on. Sorry, Jim. I was going to say, do you know what I find incredible though? There's nothing leaked about how the ownership have done wrong. All this is a villain piece. There's nothing which has come out about Maresca's thoughts or anything like that, or how the ownership have done. It is purely on he's gone, but Maresca went behind Chelsea's back. This is why. He questioned the medical team. He played Reece James 3 games in a row in 1 month. We don't like that. He said this at 48 hours notice, whatever it is. It's all on Maresca. There is nothing to say that. Chelsea almost have come out like as if they're the God-sent child in this.
Yeah.
Everything else has been about Maresca being this bad person.
Yeah. The plan is to employ a coach that will fit with the system. The style of play will not change, nor will the structure. There you go. It's Rosner, mate. Let's be serious. It's Rosner. I'm not even gonna, and I don't like. Honestly, I don't. I'm just even when the announcement comes, we'll have to do a live on it. But I'm just gonna be cool, man. Cool, man. Like I don't really have a thought on it right now. I just honestly, I've lost so much excitement and around this football club. I just lost it because it's just like I can't see the vision. The problem with me is I will give you time. I'll always give you time, especially when something's starting from the bottom, to show me what it is you're trying to do. But after a while, when you're doing the same repetitive mistakes, when you continue doing things that ain't working, when you can't trust managers more than 2 seasons and getting rid of them, there comes a point after a while where I look at it and I'm like, my club is suffering. We're not progressing. We're regressing. This isn't, I don't see the vision. Where are we going with this? Oh, yeah, Esteval's very good. Yeah, cool. We signed a couple of good young players. We've got a couple of good players. But why the fuck did we sign so many shit players? Why? Why are we spending 90 million on wingers that are shit? Why are we getting rid of players that we were moaning about in the seasons not being good enough and regressing by signing players that weren't better? This is not vision. This is stupidity. This is idiotic. This is you idiota.
I just read this, Louis, as well. It's laughable. There's a feeling that Maresca's behaviour has affected the team's form. How about the behaviour, probably the ins and outs of actually being in the club as well? Imagine owners coming in at the end of the game and you just ran your socks off and they're like, hey guys, great game of soccer. What?
There's a fear that Maresca's behaviour has affected the team's form. No shit, Sherlock. Like that's what happens when there's a bit of pressure on things that are not specifically working out, or you're given players maybe that you didn't want, mixed with the players you actually trusted and won things with, which you showed in the Club World Cup in the conference. You know what I mean? What do you expect? And then you can't question them, because if you question them, you're out. That's what's happened 3 times.
What do you reckon is going to happen though now with the fans? Do you think that protests are going to start happening, or do you think it's going to be like it was before, where maybe there was like a few hundred which turn up on a home game? Do you think like things need to start happening? I mean, I know we always talk about the same things: don't turn up to games, don't buy merch or whatever, but that's always going to happen. But how do you think, as us fans? I mean, it's difficult for a lot of us if we can't go to the games. But how do you think that there's going to be a response now from the fans? Because I think as a collective, I think before we were very much like, some people obviously weren't maybe too much aware of the model and will just go the match going fans. But I think now everyone is a collective, young or old demographic, are in the same boat now that this isn't right. And I'm just wondering, is that now the time, because Maresca is now left, if it's mutual or not, that people are going to start doing things? I mean, GT saying banners
if we do, it's a very small minority to the point where it doesn't really get noticed. And the problem is all the match going fans are like zombies. No offense. They just turn up, they sit on their fucking seats like this, Yeah, they sit on their fucking asses. They spend stupid money to just be depressed to watch the club that they supposedly love, but they do nothing about it. All they do is sit on their fucking asses. Yeah, don't sing, cry when we make bad passes. Don't, you know what I mean? Like, you get up, go home, and then come back, and then they see people protesting. They don't think in their head, actually, maybe we need to change this. We need to do something. No, they'll just go and walk past you. And I went to the first protest. Remember the Ricks one, where we didn't want when we didn't want the Ricks owners. I was there. I was part of the protest at the bridge. And it was like, I'm not even going to joke. There was probably about 60 of us, and all of these 40,000 people and we was at the main entrance as well. All the 40,000 people were just walking past us like we were fucking not there. Didn't even entertain it, like as if, you know what I mean, like just wanted to get into the ground to sit down and just sit there like this. Oh yeah, shit.
I'm really shocked that they were able to block and report tweets. Though I cannot believe that's actually something which is real. Because you're then just, I mean, it's getting a bit ridiculous, like free speech and stuff like that. Like to kind of just block that, to kind of block the narrative, I think it's crazy.
The atmosphere was dumb. Yeah, damn punch. It was. I remember people saying that apparently, like the atmosphere, that was the worst they've seen of an atmosphere in ages. Don't get me wrong. I understand it. We're not winning games and whatever, yeah. But the fans are so important to us getting anywhere. Look at that Barcelona game. The energy, the spirit, how we were all together and how we played. Because the players pick off from the energy, right? They do. They pick off from the energy. When we're sitting there, like they're doing, yeah. Right, so they're getting behind them and trying to, like, do you know what I mean? Like you do in the Matthew Arden stand. You look at the East stand; they're all sitting on their seats, just like this. Then you go up to Westview, same fucking thing. All right, you're too high up, but you're all comfy. You got your nice little leather seat. You can have your little fucking alcohol pop and whatever, and then you're just sitting up there, like fucking shit, mate.
They've sacked the energy out of the club. I mean, look, we never had a fantastic atmosphere, anyways, at Stamford Bridge. Anytime I've gone, it's been, you know, I seem to be the only one like trying to shout, even like I could hear myself talking about tactics and stuff. But they've just sapped any kind of passion out of the club. I mean, look at us now; it's a really somber atmosphere on socials and everything. We're almost so devoid of anything to say because we all know what the issues are. And I just don't want to happen now is that we all arguing between each other because we're trying to figure out different ways of it. But the root cause is that until they change the model, which they won't, nothing's going to change. My hope is that if there's anything, is that Todd Bowley can figure out a consortium to then try and buy Clear Lake out. Even if they did have that, Clear Lake will say no. They want full ownership. I just don't know what. I honestly, I think it's just going to be like this, and then we're just going to get lower and lower, and then all of a sudden, that top 4, top 5 ambition is then going to be top 8. We've got to get a European competition somewhat. And that's what I think is going to happen.
Just in, the bookies have placed Xavi as the favourite to succeed Enzo Maresca. That's Stamford Bridge. Listen, they go down this route. That is completely the opposite to what they have done for a while. I tagged you on Twitter. Which one? All right, here.
God, Carlito's messaging me now.
Just tell me to go to sleep, man. What am I looking at here?
Made us a television soap opera.
What is he saying?
He was just basically saying that what was it? It's been apparently Maresca tried to leave Chelsea multiple times for City this season. So he was going to take Pep's job midway through the season, was he?
So the Rosner comments from the Strasbourg account. Is this a Strasbourg account? Is it? Have a look. Who are they? I don't know who that is. According to Strasbourg's source, a departure of Liam Rosner to Chelsea is not on the agenda at this stage. Another source close to Blueco curiously estimated that the English coach is not on the Blues' shortlist.
That's from the Quip. Okay.
No, Quip.
We're going to be Conference League legends. Yeah, that's what we're going to become.
I would be interested in Xavi. I'll be honest with you. That would interest me.
Well, there's that winning mentality there, right?
Yeah, I don't think I would be upset about Xavi.
No.
I'd actually go, okay, that's at least they brought someone in that has a bit of experience. He's a winner. He's experienced. You know what I mean? Like he's got, I thought what he did at his time in Barcelona was pretty impressive. Good football, technically, tactically. Would he be a success in the Premier League? That's the question mark. But I would understand. Like if they did that, I would be like, okay.
Well, he's got a name to draw by as well, right? You had the Frank Lampard effect where you can play under a manager like Xavi.
And he won the league, yeah. Of course he did, yeah.
Yeah, you're right, GT. He does have that kind of aura about him. And yeah, he did win the league. So out of them, yeah, that's probably more in line. You're hoping, anyways.
I'm hoping. If it is, then all right, cool. Let's see. Then I will be a little bit more calm on the whole. Well, maybe they're actually trying to kick on now because they've given us someone that's actually a little bit out of their usual, if that makes sense. The inexperience, not won anything, just managing mid-table clubs. That would be that, right? But if it's Xavi, then I would go, cool, fair plays. If it's Rosner, then don't even bother talking to me. Like I'm not even blaming the guy. You know what I mean?
No. If they're looking to get a manager in the next couple of days, that seems to me, with the track record of how this board and owners work, they're so useless to trying to tie a player down anyways to try and sign. This wouldn't have been a matter of weeks. This would have been a couple months in the in the kind of process to get this sorted. So I mean, it'd be very interesting that if it's the 48-hour comments, which is the one which is kind of spiraled out of control.
Cucurella is the first.
It's fucking awful.
So Cucurella is the first to send his message to Maresca. He says here, thank you for everything, mister, and to your staff for the work and the trust from day one and for the memories. Wishing you all the best.
Look who's liked it, JT. He's probably thinking, what the fuck has happened to the club I was a part of and created a legacy for?
Yeah. Cucurella with his first comments, guys, in the chat. But yeah, listen, it'll be interesting to see who we get in. I think it'll be over the next couple of days, right? Mate, it might be sooner rather than later because when are we playing Man City? We're going to go without a coach.
4th of Jan.
Maybe we get one before the 4th of Jan, but there's a good chance we'll probably go there with no fucking.
I think GT said that Maresca is probably going to be in the stands for the game watching, but on behalf of Man City, probably. Oh dear. Yeah, I mean, out of those, then if it's Xavi, I'd be happy with that. Anyone else?
Xavi, yeah. Xavi, I will go. Okay, cool. Let's see. Now show me, because you know why? You know why I'm more apparent to it is because you're showing me that you've completely changed your project a bit. You've not just gone for the unknown. You've actually gone with someone with a big experience that has won things that can come in and potentially maybe get us going in a period that we need it right now. We need someone to get us going. So I would sit there and go, cool. I'll respect that to a degree. But right now, if they bring in Rosner, yeah, it's a different conversation for me.
7 of you in here. We need 7 more likes to get to 50. So if you can get to
I'm going to have to dip anyway. So I don't know if Matt's going to stay on.
I mean, I think we've covered everything we need to. I think everyone's exhausted from it. It's just a shame that we're having to deal with this on New Year's Eve and now New Year's Day.
Listen, if we have to do it live later on, guys, any manager talk that comes in.
I'm free through the day, so
we'll be back. There might be 2 or 3 streams. That's all I'm going to say. So keep your notifications on. Get in the Discord. Are you all in the Discord? There's over 105 people there. It's where we talk. This is where our community goes after, and then we come back to here. Ben Jacobs is with us as well next week.
Oh, nice. I'll be interesting to if he's able to talk about this. I mean, we were going to talk about January.
He's got some manager information. Yeah, he's got some manager information. So,
wicked, fantastic.
Find out a bit more about it. But yeah, get on the Discord. Big up the Discord. Is everyone in the Discord in here? If you ain't, we'll put it in the chat now for you. Yeah, lots and lots more to talk about, guys. But Enzo Maresca is no longer at Chelsea. We should really do a little talk on the Maresca and his time. But to be quite honest with you, it was quite short.
Just put it in the chat, guys. So hang on, I've just got to pin that. Yeah. So I've just Discord's there, guys, if you're not in it already. It's really fun to go in there. Sometimes we even just get away from watching Chelsea. There was a load of us at the end of the game versus Bournemouth, and we weren't even talking about Bournemouth at the end, and we were just on there for hours, just getting to know each other, having a laugh, and it just gets you away from the dismal of what Chelsea is at the moment. So please join the Discord. It's great. It's good as well because people are constantly if you're missing anything, you can just see the tweets on there. People are putting in there. People are regularly kind of tweeting in there, doing different things. So
Stranger Things, yeah.
So I had to finish. So ADW's talking about Stranger Things. Won't ruin anything, but my favourite TV show is just finished. My club's finished, and I think I'm finished.
See you in a minute, guys. We'll be back very shortly. Keep your notifications on. Make sure you're here. We'll be talking about new managers as soon as we hear of it. We'll keep you posted, updated. Everything's here right now. This is where you need to be. We'll be giving you continuous lives as it breaks, man. But yeah, big up Matt. Big up the chat.
Yeah,
up the Chelsea. Let's see what happens. See you in a bit. Peace.